Guys, welcome back to Creativity and Inspiration. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you found us. Or maybe that way. Is the heart better that way? I'm so happy you found us. I'm still here. I'm not even going to say I'm going to try. We're just going to see what happens. How's that? If you're new, I recently lost my husband unexpectedly, and it's been a struggle. I'll be quite honest. But I have to keep going. I have, a little part-time job I'm working. I am chronically ill. But you know what? We're going to go forward. So, today's video is all about 3 different kind of closures for your journals, your junk journal, your art journal, whatever kind of journal you're using. And I thought it would just be fun. I have some different ideas for you. So we're just going to jump in. These are the little journals I showed you in my last video. I did a little flip through. I said they were going on Ko-Fi and they didn't, but they are tonight. So by the time you watch this, they should be on my Ko-Fi. If you're interested, I'm going to throw them up there. Also, I think I shared these vintage coffee bags with you last time. And I'm going to load them up with some goodies and also put them on the Ko-Fi. They're great for journals, mixed media, whatever you do. So, those are going to be up there as well. Now, let's talk about different kind of closures for journals. And I'm going to show you 3 different closure ideas. One requires paper clips, one requires snaps, and one requires safety pins. These are all really cool, really easy to do. And I think you're going to like them because they are a little different than closures you've probably done in the past. And we're going to start with the snaps. I'm going to use this journal as an example with the snaps. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this journal. Okay, change of plans. We're not going to start with the snaps. We are going to start with the safety pins. And this is an easy closure to make. You don't have to have a lot of special equipment. Anything you have will work. And I'm just going to use this piece of strip of fabric that I was using to tie this journal shut. It's got some flowers on it. I'm going to use it to show you this new method. Now, I'm going to use this one because it's fabric. And all you're going to do is I want you to pin 2 safety pins standing up. So I have, as you can see, I have paper underneath this fabric, right? So I'm just going to take them here at the edge and just go through the fabric. I'm not going to pull it all the way through the paper too. If I can get it just through the fabric. There we go. And then it's going to come out the other end right there. Okay, can you see that? All I did was put this safety pin in. I'm going to do the second one the same way. And I'm just going to get it on the fabric if I can. Probably about just as far as I did the other one. I'm putting them side by side. The only problem with using safety pins is you have to be able to get them closed. Okay, so there they are. Nothing special, right? Just 2 safety pins put on the cover. Now on this side, what I'm going to do is glue my fabric down, sew it down, whatever you want to do. Okay, it's totally up to you. To start with though, what I'm going to do is just pin it down, because I need to know how much fabric I actually need. So I'm going to use another safety pin. You could glue it, you could do whatever. But this time I'm going through the whole thing, and I'll show you in a minute. And I'm just safety pinning this to the back. You can leave it like this if you want, so it has safety pins. That's it on the back, okay? Now, we're gonna flip it back over. I'm gonna take this part. We're gonna cut this part off, okay? We don't need this tail anymore. We're just gonna move it out of the way, and we'll do something with that in a minute. But the part that we're gonna bring over our closure like that, and we're gonna thread it through under both safety pins in the front like that, and then we're gonna come back and go through only the farthest safety pin like that, and you have a little closure. Now you could tie this if you wanted to right here. If you wanted to, you could definitely do that. Like that, if you wanted to. Or you could trim both tails, because you don't need all this extra through your safety pins, right? You don't need all that. You have your safety pins. All you did was thread it through both of them to start, and then back over the farthest one again. And that's it. That's all you need. So you could technically cut both of these off fairly short. Like I'm gonna cut, you could let it hang like that. So we'll cut that one down there. And this back one, I don't need long. See, it's pinned in there good. So I'm just gonna cut it short. And there we go. And then you could even flip this back through here if you wanted to, and make like a cute little knot like that. See? And again, what did I do? Well, I'll show you one more time, because it is that simple. Okay, so I put 2 safety pins in the front. They're a little staggered. You could put them even. You can stagger them, whatever you want to do. I took a piece of fabric. I safety pinned it to the back. They lay flat, just like that. Then I took my piece of fabric and I thread it through under both safety pins. Okay, it's under both safety pins, and I pull it like that, and you can see it's under both safety pins. And then I go over the one closest to me and under the one farthest away, and I grab it on that side, and I pull till it's as tight as I want it to be. And then here you could let it hang. You can come under like that, and then through the hole like that, and you got a cute little knot or whatever you want to do. But this is an easy, simple, different kind of closure that we don't see very often. I've never seen it before, but I don't want to say never ever, but there you go. The safety pin closure. That's our first closure I'm going to share with you tonight. And by the way, it is night, because I've been doing cleaning all day long. My house is a mess, but I've got it kind of good now, so that's good. Okay, this second closure is just as simple as the first one. You can use a hard cover, you can use a soft cover, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to show you on this one. I may use a soft cover. You could use a hard cover, whatever you wanted to do. For this one, you're going to need just a little bit of thread, okay? Just a little bit to do just a couple of hand stitches. You'll need, however thick your journal is. This one's kind of really thick. Let me see if I have a thinner one. I don't have a thinner one. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? I'll use this one. This one's paper. You can use paper or cloth. And however many paper clips it's going to take to get it around your journal. Okay, this one might even work with two. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch the heart on the front because, you know, it's Valentine's. And even if I'm not in the mood to celebrate, we're going to stitch it on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stitch it on. And if you don't know, heart paper clips, a lot of paper clips have two ways to thread them on, okay? So we're going to stitch that one on the front, and we're going to stitch one regular paper clip onto the back, on its little end. And I already have two chained on there. You can take them apart if you want to. Okay, so get your regular paper clip, and we're going to stitch it onto the back of our cover. Sorry, I was looking for some brown thread since this journal is very coffee dyed, tea stained. And all I'm going to do is thread my needle, hopefully fast. I got the biggest eyed needle I could find. Because your girl cannot see. Can't even see to do this one. That's sad. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. And all I'm going to do is do a couple of stitches just to loop it on. You can put it as far out as you need to. It really depends on how far out does your journal stick. You know, how much width do you need to get around your journal? And then I'm just going to poke it through the paper without hopefully poking my finger too much. And I'm going to do just quick short stitches because I did knot my thread. Oops. And I'm just sewing it so it's secure all the way around the bottom of this paper clip. You could also stitch this with a machine if you wanted to. I mean, you know, it's up to you. What works for you best? I'm probably not using a needle so big, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to tie my needle off right inside here. Probably not using the most ginormous needle you have, but I'm going to show you how you can cover all this up. We're going to put a little sticker right here to cover up all of our mess with our thread, because stickers make everything better, right? And then you're going to sew one on to the front as well. Okay. And I'm going to sew it on like that. And the heart's going to be kind of like that. And again, I'm just going to do a couple of quick little stitches. If this is going to be permanent, I will go back in and stitch it better. Okay. So there is our paper clip on front again. There is our paper clip on back, and here are the two we attached for our cover. All you're going to do is take your paper clips and thread them together. That is it. That's all it takes, and because you sewed it on, your paper clip on the top and bottom will move in there. And you can move it around, and you have a new, different kind of clip that will keep it open. And if you think, oh my gosh, I wish I only had 2 paper clips instead of 3, guess what? This type of closure is very customizable to what you're doing. All you have to do is take it off. Boom. Now I only have the sewn in part and one paper clip. I'm going to attach that to my front. You just twist the paper clip around, and there's my closure. Isn't that cute? A cute idea for a different type of closure. I love that, and I love the safety pins. I think those just add something so different and so unique compared to what we've been doing. Now, the last one you might have actually heard of is using snap closures. And snap closures are very simply that. Snaps like on your clothes. You can sew them on, you can glue them on, and again, you would have to have a piece of fabric attached, or you could glue the snap straight to your book. If it's a hardcover like this one, you could put a snap on the front and the back, and then have the closure part as a piece of fabric. So we're going to use a piece of fabric that we've already cut up. We're going to use our fabric with our flowers on it again. Okay, so first I'm going to get the snap part, and I think for this one, because these are kind of dark, I'm going to go with the black snaps. And these are not vintage. These are from 2010. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one on the back like that with just a little bit of glue. Then I will take another one, same size, and have on a piece of fabric, only on that one, the knobby part won't be sticking up. It'll be the hole underneath. Okay? So, and if you notice, there are different sizes. See how one is smaller than the other one? So what we're gonna do is this one will get the big end on the back, and the small end will go on the front. Okay, you need two. And on each of these, you'll get 2 little ones and 2 big ones. And you want the little one on your book, and you want the big one on the piece of fabric. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But see, right there is the small one and the little one. So you'll need the small ones on your journal, one on the front and one on the back. So let me get those attached really quickly. And then for your other ones, you're gonna need one big one on the fabric on the front and one big one on the fabric on the back. But for these, instead of, see that nubby side? Can you see there's a little bump? The nubby side goes into the fabric, and the hole goes on the outside because it's going to go into the hole on the little one. And it'll snap on like that. So let me get these little ones glued onto my cover really quickly. And if you're going to be pulling these constantly, you might want to use an E6000, or you might want to sew them on. I'm going to stitch the big parts onto the fabric really fast. I'm going to use same brown thread and same big needle, if I can find the needle. Oh, there it is. Now this one isn't as simple to change. The paper clip in the safety pin one is super easy to change. You can add more safety pins and thread it through. You could make a pattern and zigzag it. You could pretty much make the safety pins anything you wanted. Same with the paper clips. Okay, all I'm doing is stitching the bigger one, pointy side down, whole side up, and I'm just going to stitch it really quickly, nothing too fancy. You can buy snaps at Walmart, at Michael's, at Joann's, anywhere they sell like sewing supplies. I find them at estate sales a lot, cheap, cheap, cheap. So, you know, it's wherever you shop or you get your sewing supplies, or if whatever your budget allows. And that's all great. And again, I'm not doing a fancy sew job. I'm just doing it really fast, which means it'll probably really pull out fast, but that's okay. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm not going to take it out. So remember to go up and down and not just... But I was talking and I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. And all the sewers are out there going, you really sew? Oh my gosh, woman. But that's okay. I do sew, but this is a different kind of video. And I'm not trying to teach you the finer techniques of sewing. I'm trying to just give you an idea for this closure. You see all that thread? That's a mess. Okay, I gotta tie knot. I never tie knot in thread and it always comes back and bites me. Okay, I got those sewed on. You can make it pretty on the sides you want. You don't have to, but there you go. There is your snap closure. See, right there, and then you just, when you're ready to, you want to wait till it's dry, but I wanted to show you what it was going to look like. Like I said, if you're going to use this, you probably want to do E6000 because these can be tough, but it's that simple. You can glue or sew one onto your actual journal. This one, you don't ever have to undo if you don't want to. You cut a piece of fabric, a piece of leather, whatever you want. Attach, you know, these are your male ends, the ones on your journal. Female ends are on the enclosure. This one, like I said, will stay, and then this one you can open and close as you need to. So guys, I hope I gave you some ideas maybe you haven't seen before for closures. I don't know. I hope you liked the video anyway. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with that little bell. We've got a lot of great videos coming your way. At the end of the week, I am posting a video how to use shapes and size to create depth perception in art journals, junk journals, whatever you want to use it for. So I'll see you at the end of this week. Take care. Bye-bye. And thank you for being here. It means a lot.